This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soybifa Jackridge. Kenyans are demanding answers after a nationwide power blackout plunged the country into darkness late on Sunday. It hit at about 20:00 local time, Kenya's third countrywide blackout in the past 4 months. The outage disrupted several services, including at the main airport in the capital, Nairobi, where 2 terminals were without power for several hours. Many Kenyans have criticized the government as anger and frustration grows over recurring power disruptions. By Monday morning, power had been restored to most of the country except for some parts of Nairobi and the coast region. We are working round the clock to restore normalcy to the remaining area as soon as possible, Kenya Power, the state-run power provider, said in its most recent updates. Kenya Power and Transport Minister Kplc Murkomen has borne the brunt of the criticism. Mr. Murkomen has been criticized for letting another blackout hit the main airport, the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, JKIA, despite making a promise in August when Kenya experienced its longest countrywide power outage in recent years that a power outage at the airport would not happen again. The outage affected 2 of the busiest JKIA terminals, with the airport authority explaining that the backup generators serving those terminals failed to immediately activate. Kenya has suffered several national power outages in recent months, including on 11th November, 25th August, 4th March, and in November and December last year. Mr. Mapongo resurfaced on Sunday after being absent from public view for over a month, sparking relief and ending widespread rumors he had died. Information Minister Nairobi Naue has ordered investigations into those who spread the speculations. Mr. Mapongo says he was hurt by the false rumors circulating on social media. The Vice President was last seen in public on 31st October while representing President Samia Suluhu Hassan during a virtual meeting of leaders from the Southern Africa Development Community. His absence had sparked widespread concern, with Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa previously warning citizens against the speculation. But the Vice President appeared unannounced at a Sunday service in the capital, Dodoma, saying he was healthy and had not lost any weight, clarified that he had been abroad on special duties without giving more details. While reacting to Mr. Pamango's call for the social media users to be more responsible, the Information Minister ordered the relevant state agencies to take action against those who spread speculations about the VP's whereabouts. He added that his directive was not a threat, but a move to protect people's freedom. He did not say which laws had potentially been broken. This is not the first time there have been rumors about the state of Mr. Pamango's health. The Vice President, who later on Sunday met President Hassan at Chamwino State House, said his sister fainted in 2021 after receiving false reports about his death. President Hassan told the VP to acknowledge that he was a public figure who should be ready for such speculation. 2 people have been killed and 7 others injured in a deliberate attack on an aid convoy in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, the Red Cross had said. The vehicles, which the charity said were clearly marked with a Red Cross emblem, were due to evacuate over 100 civilians. The wounded included 3 charity staff, the International Committee for the Red Cross said. Sudan's civil war between the army, the paramilitary rapid support forces, is now in its 8th month. Earlier on Sunday, the East African Regional Body, IGAD, said it had secured a commitment from both sides to implement a ceasefire and hold face-to-face talks. It said the army chief and the head of the RSF had both committed to a peaceful settlement. However, previous commitments have been broken. The attack happened in Al Shajara neighborhood located in the west of the city on Sunday, the ICRC said. It added that over 100 vulnerable civilians were due to be moved from Khartoum to Wad Madani. The humanitarian operations was requested by and coordinated with the parties to the conflicts, it said, and that both had given security guarantees. Those being evacuated included the sick, children, orphans, and the elderly needed to be moved to safer area. The evacuation operation has now been cancelled with a fresh security assessment can be made. The ICRC has called for immediate protection for all civilians, including including humanitarian workers and medical personnel, the country's president and his deputy and leader of the RSF, General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, better known as Hemedti. They disagree on the direction the country is going in and the proposed move towards civilian rule. Fighting in Sudan started in April after members of the RSF were redeployed around the country in a move that the army saw as a threat. There had been some hope that talks could resolve the situation, but this never happened. It is disputed who fired the first shots, but the fighting swiftly escalated in different parts of the country. More than 6 million people have so far been displaced by the war, the UN says. Turkey has issued an international arrest warrant for the son of Somalia's president after he allegedly ran over a motorcycle courier who later died. A police report said Mohammed Hassan Chike Mohammed collided with the courier in broad daylight in Istanbul. Police say he was driving a car which reportedly belonged to the Somali consulate there. Turkey imposed a travel ban on Mr. Mohammed, but officials believe he has already fled the country. The motorcyclist, father of two, Yunus Emrek Gosia, 38, was taken to hospital but died from his injuries 6 days later on Wednesday. An initial police report had said that Mr. Gosia had been at fault and therefore Mr. Mohammed was released, according to Mr. Gosia's lawyer, quoted by Turkish media outlets. But a review of the security footage suggested there may have been another explanation. Mr. Mohammed, who is the son of Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohammed, has not commented. An international arrest warrant for Mr. Mohammed was issued by the Turkish prosecutor on Friday. This was after police had visited his home to find that he had not been there for almost a week. The AFP news agency says, citing local reports, Turkey and Somalia have enjoyed growing diplomatic relations over the past decade, with Turkey providing infrastructure investments, military training, and humanitarian aid. That is the size of top accolade African news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Monday.